Hey everybody, it's Jenna Allen with Mental Health Today, and today we are going to talk about why men don't open up and what you can do to get them to become more vulnerable with you. So, as we know, as most of us know, that communication is so important in a relationship. And it's actually really hard for men to communicate. And if you're dating a guy and he's having a hard time opening up to you and you don't know much about him yet, this is the perfect video for you. Coming from someone who has experienced it, this is so important. So continue watching, press subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm going to be having my whole channel talking about multiple different subjects when it comes to dating, because as you guys know, I'm pursuing my dating coach career. So I just want to let you guys know that something I've learned recently is that men process their emotions through so women process their emotions first, and then when it comes to thinking, they think emotions and then logic. Men think logically and then emotionally. So that's why it can be a little bit challenging sometimes. But this is like literally the perfect video for you, just for those who really are dating a great guy, but he won't open up and you don't know what to do, and you're like, you don't know much about him yet, or maybe you've been together for a while and he has a hard time telling you how he feels. So this is perfect for you. So I'm the kind of person, for me, that is very open and honest. And so I also struggle with people that don't open up very often. Like I struggle with that because I like to know what's going on. I like to be able to help. I like to be able to offer advice and stuff, right? So the best advice I can give to you, here's a few tips. If you're dating a guy, you really like him, you want to continue to see him, and he's a great guy, and he's got all these amazing qualities, and but you can't get him to communicate. Number one, be patient. Be patient. Let him know that you are there for support. Give him a reason to open up. Because if a man's going to open up to you, he needs to be able to trust you and feel safe with you. You need to be able to be his safe space to talk to you about things. So if you're the kind of person that gets angry easily, or you react so aggressively, that may not be the best approach to getting a guy to open up. So make sure that you're just giving him that, showing him in your actions that, I am here for you. Like, I'm here to listen. I'm here to offer support. And just let him just take your time, be patient with him too, right? Like, don't push him too much, but also stand your ground too, because communication is very important. And if you guys don't have communication, it makes the relationship a lot harder to work out. So I always recommend being patient, but also pushing a little bit, because don't be too pushy and aggressive. Don't be aggressive or anything, but put your foot down. If you're the one making all the effort, you're the one that's trying to communicate, and he just doesn't care, or he's just not doing it, then maybe it's time to really put your foot down and be like, look, if this is going to work, I need you to open up. And it also depends on how long you've been dating. If you've been dating for over a year and you still don't know much about him, well then, yeah, I would say something, but also be patient, right? If it's still new, give it time. The first step is being patient and giving him the safe space to be able to talk to you, because it takes a lot of strength for a man to open up to a woman that they're with. And if a man wants to be with you and he wants to open up with you, he needs to feel that this is going to work out for him. Men are different in the sense that if he knows the relationship's not going to work out, he's most likely not going to continue to pursue you, and he's most likely not going to open up. So make sure that you guys are in a good place. So make sure, he knows that you can be there for him, right? And so that's so important. Because men do struggle, right? Men struggle too, not just women. And so make sure he knows that. And just be patient. Give him that safe space. Listen to him when when he does become vulnerable with you. Just rub rub his back, maybe give him a hug, maybe give him some space. Every guy needs different things when it comes to their vulnerability. But just be there, right? Be that support for him, because that's so important. And then also just, it really depends on your situation, honestly, but making sure that you're respecting yourself too is so important, right? Like, if a man really likes you and he knows that you're going to put up with a little too much, and he knows that he can get away with not communicating, he's never going to communicate, right? Whereas if you have a balance of patience, support in him, but you're also being like, okay, look, like let's just paint a scenario. If you've been dating for a year and he still hasn't communicated with you about how he feels, he doesn't talk at all much about anything, put your foot down. Be like, look, we've been dating for a while. This is getting a little much. Like, I can't continue to build this with you and grow with you if you are not communicating. And so when a man sees that a woman, if he really likes you and he sees that like he's losing you because he won't open up, then that might actually push him, right? Sometimes men need a push. They need to be pushed and put in their place sometimes. But make sure you're doing it in a loving way. And sometimes, depending on your situation, sometimes you do have to tone up your voice a little bit, because you don't want to be taken advantage of and you don't want to settle for less, but you also want to make sure that you are supporting him and you are being patient when it comes to communication. So those are the 3 so important things, is make sure you are being his motivator. Make sure you push him, but also be there for him, right? And when he does open up, be patient, be calm, and just make sure you're that safe space for him, because that's so important. That's all I have for you guys today. But stay tuned for next week. I'm still going through a bunch of different topics. But today it was just how to get a man to open up, because I know that this is a big problem, especially when it comes to dating. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time on Mental Health Today. Bye.